an AI-powered email marketing agent? That sounds sweet. Today, I'm going to give you an inside look at an email program called Tempo. Now, if you check this out, you may have heard about a Tempo of many years ago, but it was sunsetted in 2021. This is different. We are now in the AI era. So this, let's just get rid of. So I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and I saw this ad for this program called Tempo. It's like, we're going to design your emails with AI. I started looking at it a little bit more. It connects with your Shopify store and your Klaviyo account to take some data from Shopify and data from Klaviyo to create these emails for you. Now, currently, we use for all our brands, we're using Figma to design our emails, and then we slice it up, throw it in Klaviyo, and we have some pretty nice emails. Now, I am using one of our websites, Private Label Wholesale, to check this app out, and I'm going to give you my first impression and first look. Now, if we go over here to the website, you can see here the AI-powered email marketing agent. Looks pretty sweet. So it has data-driven planning. It's going to create finished emails and on-brand copywriting. I mean, this sounds really good. So, one of the reviews, I can create an email campaign in 10 minutes where it used to take me an hour. Okay, I tested it out and I'm going to show you the results. But first, let's do a quick overview of what we're dealing with here. So how it works, step one, it's going to learn your brand and business. Okay, so like I said, it's going to connect your Shopify and Klaviyo account. That got my attention, but it also depends on what information is fed from Shopify and what's fed from Klaviyo to be able to create these great campaigns. Our AI reviews your past emails, understands your brand identity, and adapts your copywriting style. Tempo will even research your brand online. So when I was doing a little research on this, Tempo uses multiple different types of AI to be able to create this process. So as you can see here, it's going to build your email calendar. So that's really cool. And then it's going to send you emails for approval. So it's going to start building this all out. So it's pretty much on cruise control, but you do have power to go in and make edits to update some of the header images. And I'm going to show you that in just a moment. Okay, so plans and pricing. We have the starter for $49 a month, 14 days, risk-free trial. If you wanted to try this out, I'll have a link in the description. 8 published emails. So you're looking at 2 emails a week. That'll actually work for most brands. We generally send about 3 emails a week. So it's a little light for us. That's why we had to use the advanced $99 version. Data-driven marketing calendar, on-brand email copywriting and design. Now, the $99 a month gives you unlimited published emails. Awesome. White glove onboarding, which I did and I'll tell you about. And it's pretty exciting. Like, this is pretty cool. So I went ahead and I signed up. As soon as I signed up, I got a welcome email from Tempo. Welcome to Tempo. What it does is you're going to go ahead and install the Shopify app. As you guys know, that only takes a second. One thing, here's a quick tip after doing e-commerce for almost 20 years now. If you get an email from, say, a co-founder or someone from the technology group, and it says, hey, I'd love to offer, as you can see here, I'd love to offer you a quick one-on-one onboarding session, always do it. If you're going to use that software, always do it. You're going to get an inside look of how it works. They're going to show you probably what's coming out in the future, which is the conversation that I had with Colin. And you'll have a better idea, is this going to work for you? Because you will install apps and you will quickly figure out this does not work for you. Sometimes it's because you don't know how to use it properly. And that's why these onboarding calls are always a good idea, no matter what the technology is. So I'll give you an inside look. And here is Tempo. Here's the home. So you can put information in here about what type of emails you would like to create. So let's say, tell me about a campaign you would like to create. I would love to sell our lace front wigs. Now, if you're not in the hair industry like me, this might not make a ton of sense, but let's just see where we're going with this. You can put any product. It already knows your products. Okay, let's create your email. Let's see, new products. Okay. Do you have a leading destination? Nope. Generate one for me. Let's just let this thing do everything for us, okay? Let's see. Now select your audience. Let's say select audience. Let's see. Add audience, target audience. And inside Klaviyo here, we're going to have, I believe this is bringing in our Klaviyo audience. So this is, say, customers. So like a user experience here, I would say it would be nice to tell me what audiences I have available here. And I'm going to get into that with my conversation with Colin, but I'm going to give you guys a quick look. I don't want to gatekeep any of this just so you can see. So I don't know what audience I'm going to have here. I did it a little different last time. So I'm just going to click select later so we can figure that out later. So select products. We're going to go collection and we're going to go wigs. We'll just collect wigs here. Okay, so let's see. Actually, I said lace front wigs. Let's stay on brand here. Lace front wigs, it's going to choose a bunch of different things. I am going to select some of these wigs. Let's say 5 different wig products, save changes. Okay. Would you like to add a discount? Yeah, let's go ahead and add a discount. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Let's do 5%. Let's do 10% off. It'd be generous today. This is a wholesale site, so 10% off a wholesale is pretty huge. Okay, so that's great. You can see this thing is already creating the concept. Okay, look at this. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Curls 10. So it's creating the discount code. It's going to automatically create it in my Shopify store. The landing page title, Empowerment Curls Collection. We got the description. Curls that empower. This looks good. It is customizable. So looks good. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's see. I would love to start. Let's start date of. I'll just choose next week at the time of recording this. Promotion. Let's see if it makes it easier for me to select my audience yet. Customers. This is one of the things. I actually told Colin I was going to create this video and send it over to him. So maybe I don't have any of my audiences in here. So this could be on me, but it could show something like no audience loaded. This is how you do it. No landing generated. Let's just see what it comes up with. Let's just confirm. Okay, so what this is going to do in the background, this is going to go ahead and create the cam for me. It's going to take a few minutes to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and look at some of the other emails and other stuff that we have going on. So if we head over to Planner, and I'm going to leave this running, we'll see how long it takes to create. I did a test campaign, and that's going to show us here. And it gives you a couple different looks at the test campaign, what it looks like. Honestly, for AI, it looks pretty good. And you can see here, you can change the text. You can change the text here and the audience repeat buyers. So that's probably one that I need to look at. And inside the branding and such, you can change some of this. But if we wanted to select this, and this type of product is generally worn by women that are wearing a braided hairstyle at the beach. So Regenerate Hero, let's say, photo of, I don't even know if you have to put photo anymore. So let's say beach with background of sand and the ocean. So it's going to give it a beachy vibe. So we're going to hit Regenerate Hero and see what that comes up with. Now, what this is going to do, let's see, failed to regenerate image. Now, this happened to me once before, but then when I was testing it another time, it did work. So what I'm saying is it could be a little bit buggy right now because they are making a ton of improvements. Colin said that they're moving really quick with this, which is what I love. But what they love to do, and this is what we do with some of our technology products, is you have to get it out to the consumer first so they can start testing it, giving you feedback. Now, not every consumer is going to be someone like me that is going to give feedback back to the company. Some people are going to say, hey, this didn't regenerate or do anything. I'm out of here. And that's the risk you're going to take when creating a new software like this, especially when we're using AI to design these emails. Now, you're going to say, hey, Mikey, those emails, it's a pretty basic design. But let me show you, with this brand, we are only designing really basic emails. So you can see here, Private Label Wholesale, and you can see this is a really basic email. This is one that was sent out. Another email example. I don't know why we just had that one here. I will talk to my designer, but I just wanted to show you. Real smart and simple. Once another, real clean. Customers love these. You have the call to action at the top, the product, the reviews. So we have a bunch of different style emails, but they're all very simple. So what Tempo is doing is designing their emails based on our current styles, because it's going into Klaviyo and taking a look at what we created. But pretty cool. You'll see here, we now have the beach. This gives it a much better appealing look. Is it groundbreaking? No, but to do this basically in a couple minutes, I think it's pretty sweet. I'm excited to see where this goes. Okay, I'm really excited. But you can click down here. You can continue to update these different the different products. You can do different designs like this. So it does have some different templates. You know, you can do it more the normal style we do. It has a lot of different customizations, and all of these types of things are going to be expanded over time as they get more users. They can test a lot of the data and see what's going on. Okay, so we'll just leave it there. Okay, great. This looks pretty good. Let's check back over. It's been a few minutes. The campaign's still generating. It will send me an email. I can show you what some of the emails look like here, because this is in-depth. So this is my calendar we set up with our guy, Colin. Let's see, your campaign is ready to view. It's sent this. I don't know what happened with the image here, but it got set up. And then our first campaign calendar is ready, which I'm going to show you. One of the things I was talking to Colin about is with the campaign calendar, which is the planner here, and we can do open calendar. You're going to see it has different dates and planned emails, okay? Now, with Private Label Wholesale, because it has unlimited inventory, what it's doing, what this system's doing, this is part of the conversation we had, is it's looking at products that have a lot of inventory stocked. Now, most of the products on our website, we have no inventory set because I have unlimited inventory because this is a partnership with our manufacturer. Now, with the lashes, we have some of the inventory set based on the stock levels because some of these take a lot longer to make. So what the system is doing is pulling the inventory data to better understand what it thinks it should be promoting. So I talked to Colin about this. This should be something that we could maybe turn off, because basically you'll see the calendar, it's really trying to promote all the different lashes, okay? And lashes are not a top seller for this website. So you can see, but it's cool that it plans this out. I know a lot of people, especially new in business, they struggle with the planner and getting this kind of stuff scheduled out. But you can see it's doing it on different dates and coming up with different ideas about what we should be promoting. It's looking at the Klaviyo data, the days that it's sending out, probably the times. It's going to get deeper and deeper as more of these integrations come together, and AI can crunch this data. So we can go back here and check out the insights. Let's see. So we don't have too much insights. The brand, you can see here visuals. So within the visuals, it allows me to add my logo. The color palettes, I went over to the Private Label Wholesale website and got some of the basic color palettes and button styles. We can add different buttons. You can see here, you can add all sorts of different types of buttons. You can change the fonts, the sizes. You can make it a pill. You can make it square. You can see it updating right here. Okay, so you can add a bunch of different button styles, which I would recommend doing. And you can go here through here, the typography. You can see the different types of fonts that you're using. So I want to keep it on brand. So I checked what fonts I was using over at privatelabelwholesale.com. Background images, you could upload a bunch of different background images here, and the campaign templates. So I didn't even go in and edit this much as of yet. So you can customize the footer template here, and they have some different designs. What I would like to see, oh, there you go. The menu links is what I was going to say. It would be nice to have some different links. So we could say link 1, and we'll go, let's say home, and let's see how this looks. I haven't fully played with this yet. I wanted to give you a little bit of a first look along with me. Let's see here. So Private Label Wholesale.com. Open a new tab. Yes, let's save that. Let's see what happens. Template successfully saved. I don't see my menu link here. Let's see if I add another link. Let's see, link 1, let's go. I'll just add the same one. I can just copy and paste this, I guess. And let's see, add link. And let's save. Okay, so I don't see this updating here in the editor as of yet. Maybe I have to save again. Nope. Like I said, it still needs some work. I love the idea of this. If you don't have someone, so we have an agency for one of our main websites, and then I have someone on board for our smaller brands that's designing these in Figma. I believe it takes them about an hour per email. I feel like once this is really dialed in, this will have your emails, how much work you have to put in. You might have to wait a few minutes for the email to actually be designed. I think it's generally about 5 to 10 minutes at this point. But if it's just a couple of minutes of your input and then you're going to let it do the rest, think about how powerful that is. I mean, in reality, if you wanted to get a month scheduled out, I bet you could probably get it scheduled out within 1 to 2 hours. We're talking the entire month. Now, with my conversation with Colin, he did go over that they are going to start having different emails for the flows. So think abandoned cart flow, abandoned checkout flow, the welcome series. I mean, there are many different flows that this could help with, and having some pre-designed templates. Think about the verbiage that would be in a welcome series and how that's going to look. That's not finished yet. They're working hard on getting all this stuff designed. So the insights, there's not too much here as of yet, but let's see if our email is ready. Okay, guys, it looks like we're in an infinite loop here, but let me show you something. I clicked publish campaign, and then it came over here. So like I said, and I'm very positive about this software, probably because I talked to one of the founders and I know the roadmap of this. Okay. So, and I have apps, so I understand the development and technology. Now, if you're not patient with waiting for things to get updated, yeah, it's probably too early for you. But once again, keep this on your radar. So this actually ended up creating 6 different emails, which is really cool. And they do look different. So let's start going in here and just take a quick look at how they look. I think, so this is not the face of the mannequin head. I think AI actually improved the face, which is honestly pretty cool. Like I need to do this for my website, the ones that have mannequin heads. This just blew my mind and gave me an idea. You can see the rest of these look pretty good. You'll see, let me see if I can show you. So this is what the mannequin head looks like, but it made it more lifelike. I mean, still AI-ish lifelike. We know the difference between photos that are still looking AI-ish, if you know what I'm saying. There are some programs that can create some really beautiful photos that you would never know it's AI. We've been creating them. So standard looks pretty good. Let's go through a couple of these. Well, once again, I have to go here, click publish campaign. I noticed this one caught my eye. So what it did is it took 3 of the wigs. You can tell the faces definitely look a lot more real and natural. I can't wait to show the team this, honestly. This is game changer if I could update the face, keep the hair looking the same, and update the face of the mannequin. I'm so excited I'm making this video right now. I know it's crazy, but this could just save. This looks so good. These mannequins, this one right here, look at that. That looks fantastic. Oh, I'm blown away. Okay, so the rest of the email looks pretty similar. And once again, you can go through here and you can move these things around. So if you want that one first, you can see that just move that around, or maybe I want this one first. That's pretty common, pretty easy. The title, you can do that. You can regenerate. We can create subtitles if we want here. So the compare at price, we can add that. Does that add description? We probably don't want waves of wine. Oh, so it'll come up probably with like a little description. So the compare at price is not showing up. So we'll make sure that they fix that. Overall, I think what would be good, and we talked about this, is to have a more predefined footer. So let's say on our website, privatelabelextensions.com, our emails are, top tier, beautiful, the most beautiful emails. At the bottom, the footer, we have kind of a standard footer. What would be nice is if you could have more pre-designed footers in here. They have talked about getting a deeper integration with Klaviyo, which could be real exciting, where you could actually integrate this and do some more things inside Klaviyo. I'm just going to pick one more out of these just so we can take a look. I really liked that last one. But then once again, this is where AI can get kind of weird. So let me show you this one as the last one. Then it just takes off the face. I feel like this is kind of like, this is really getting like that AI robot kind of thing. But overall, let's see. Okay, so let's see here. If we do the compare at price here, see if it works on this one. No, and I do believe I have compare at prices for these. The description, I think it just gives you a single statement, not the full. Our descriptions on these are hundreds of words long. So just a quick little description, I honestly think that's pretty cool, just to kind of add to it a little bit. Let's see. I don't think you can rearrange where the description is, but that's fine. Overall, I honestly think this is doing a pretty good job. In a month from now, this is probably going to be infinitely better. So depending on when you watch this, once again, you might be hopping in and this looks a little different. I think the best thing for me to do is to do a follow-up video on this, maybe in the next 30 to 60 days, so we can keep track of it, because this can be an ultimate time saver for your business, where you don't have to pay an expensive agency to do these designs, especially if you don't want to have somebody like myself that has multiple brands. So I have one guy that designs all these in Figma, cuts them up, puts it in Klaviyo. If you just have a single brand, it's not enough work for one person. This could be a game changer for anybody using Shopify and Klaviyo.